My grandmother was very, very connected to the YWCA. Her husband passed away early. When he became very ill, she got a job as a bookkeeper at the YWCA.
Her name is Sarah Elizabeth Myers, and she went by Betty. My mother started working there as a bookkeeper, and she never had a job before. And she ended up becoming executive director. I think she probably started as a bookkeeper in about '68, and then just a few years later she became director.
Even starting that at an older age, that she was able to completely build a whole new life, and her leadership skills just excelled.
When she started, they were in an old building, and at that time there was very often girls in trouble or without homes who would sleep in this big building they had. Then redevelopment in Altoona tore that building down. No time at all, 2-3 years, that she and others worked together and built a brand new building.
She was very instrumental, obviously, as the executive director to make all of that happen. And it was fun, so fun to watch her in charge, and in a very positive way, you know, with all the people there, and to be able to make such an incredible difference.
My grandmother, Graham, what I called her, she became a director when I was 1 year old. I remember going to the YWCA a lot. I remember seeing the different programs that she used to run there.
And I've always respected Grammy, that she was able to do that she could have become a recluse, she could have become, you know, depressed and really done not much else, but she didn't. She went soaring.
Graham was an inspiration. She was always there.
I ended up going off to college and taking music, and it became my full-time vocation. So I travel and do concerts and worship leading. I'm a singer-songwriter. And then when I started singing, she was always there when she could be, when I was local, and she'd get me booked at her church. And I remember her pastor saying, you know, your grandma always sits in the back with her friends, except for when you're here and she sits in the front row. So I realized, looking at, you know, through my life, she was always on my front row.
What an example. All the stuff that she had accomplished on her own as a female in a time and place where that was pretty uncommon. And then she was bringing everybody else along with her who wanted to do that. So she was quite a woman. Everybody can make a difference. And to me, organizations like the YWCA help a group of people, women especially, who sometimes don't have as many opportunities as guys do. And to have that kind of a beacon, a shining light in communities all across this country, I simply cannot imagine, I just can't imagine how many millions of lives have been affected because of the YWCA.